Which these days I think she just hung herself.
Yeah. Did you always think that she just hung herself, or is this?
It started as a mystery. And, the first draft I had evil realtors and, the evil cops and the beer dope smoking kids that took her out for a party. The first draft of the book was actually a mess where I tried to solve the mystery. And I had a very dear friend who was kind of reading it for me, and I went over to her house one day and she had pulled out every Anglo and every little side dilemma and just left Will, and she said, here's your novel. Your novel is Will in this village. And I went back to page 1 and started it over and finished the book.
Wow.
It was kind of a trip. Somebody else saw it and I didn't. And actually my editor turned the book down as a mystery when it was rewritten, kind of following another path. It was when they signed on. So it was kind of a cool thing.
Yeah. So altogether, how much time was spent in writing the book?
Maybe 3 years, 2.5, 3 years. Took me a while.
Working in surges and then laying off for a while?
I always worked. I would just go so far the wrong direction. And back then I would try to work 2 to 3 hours a day, Monday through Friday, because I had to work and I had the kids. So, I kind of had 3 hours a day was the most I could grab out of my life. But I had to do it.
Right.
I couldn't not do it on Tuesday. It became obsessive.
Cool. Nice.
But, yeah.
That's really good stuff. God, we got a whole little documentary going here now. I was going to say, you're, so your editor was asking you why you're not famous, right?
Well, he's been baffled by it. I know the books are good. I'm not great at self-promotion. I've never been interested in that, and I work construction to feed myself.
Yeah, I was going to start the interview the same way with, why the fuck aren't you famous?
I don't know.
I call you the Northern New Mexico Steinbeck.
Oh, thanks. Well, I guess I am famous. I just need 2 or 3 of you, and I'm happy.
It's like, I have an intense cult following that sometimes gets as high as 17 people that follow my films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I live in Northern New Mexico. I mean, it's sometimes I have to be reminded I'm a writer. It's your job, Jeff, to make me famous.
Well, that's what I'm here for. What we have in common is you have a softer disposition than me. I'm more of what I call the embittered filmmaker, pissed off that I'm not the Altman or whatever the fuck, Woody Allen.
Yeah.
And so.
Well, I can have those. I mean, I think every once in a while it'll hit me like, damn, 4 books out there. But then, it's like my brother writes. And if I had known 30 years ago that I would one day publish 4 books, I would have been like euphoric.
Oh yeah, and good publishers too, really.
So it's not, and then I just kind of settle down. It's like, whatever the books are going to do, they're going to do. And some people read them; they've been reviewed well, and
right, I know.
It's all a flip of the coin.
It's a crapshoot. So hopefully, my frustration is 7 years ago I was going to do Perdido, and then I copped out on. It didn't have enough commercial action, basically, and I was so desperate to make something that would be commercial. And now I'm kicking myself in the ass that I'm fighting lawsuits over funding other films.
Yeah.
And I have no integrity left in my artistic soul, and I'm ready to become the hung girl from this bridge. Right?
Well, I mean, you can do both, can't you? And
both.
Then, I mean, you can make
as an artist, I just feel I'm mature enough now to handle the profound subtlety of your story. I mean, it's not an American action film.
No, it's not.
If we could get Edward James Olmos to play the town cop, or stretches for Benicio del Toro, to play the town cop, those little parts would just send the movie.
Well, you know, I mean, there's that part of me that steps back and goes, damn, there's so many, like, parts here for Hispanics. It's like, that's kind of amazed me a little bit. Like, nobody's been interested. Or, you know, maybe it just didn't get out there very well. But I don't...
Well, I noticed you're on Kindle finally with the book.
Yeah.
Did you have to push that or somebody else?
No, my editor did that. But, you know, I don't ponder this that much. It's every once in a while, it's like, you know, it's too much construction to do. You know?
Roofing. So, what's your next book? You know yet what you're thinking about?
You know, I'm actually thinking of a sequel with Will, 15 years later.
Nice.
My editor put this in my head, and I thought it was a bad idea, but for some reason, I can't quite shake it.
Is he still with Lisa? You don't know?
I do know. I don't know if I'm going to answer that, though. I do know that, but I think it's going to start...
He's still in Guadalupe.
He's still in Guadalupe, and I think, you know, the opening scene is he finds the bones of a child in the wall of an old adobe. And I just, you know, and I keep trying to dump this story because, like, I've done it before, whatever, but, you know, like the girl on the bridge, I keep seeing this guy with the bones of a kid in a wall, and it's like, I should be able to go somewhere with this.
Nice.
You know?
I like it. That's actually really 15 years later. I mean, this is
he's different. I mean, he's older.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's 50 now and his legs hurt.
And by the time we can do that movie, Aaron Shiver will be old enough to play the part 2.
Well, yeah. We'll just age Aaron. Or making the movie.
Crystal Meth should do that pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Hey,